Stephen A., he didn't stand
Nope.
with Shannon Sharpe like he stood with Jay-Z. When he heard about Jay-Z, he said, the guy I know, this is not true. When it came to Shannon, he was like,
Whatever.
I wasn't there.
Yo, that's
Shannon Sharpe, former stylist, will release messages between him and Shannon Sharpe, where Shannon Sharpe is telling him that he don't get along or like a lot of Stephen A. Smith friends.
On this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around, so just want to put that out there.
What's happening to Shannon Sharpe makes me very uncomfortable because it only reinforces what we all already knew. We're in a society where, as a man, an accusation is a conviction. Even an accusation without criminal charges is a conviction.
Yeah.
And when you're finally exonerated, it wouldn't matter.
You don't want to.
And that's what's going on with Shannon Sharpe. An accusation out the blue is apparently being treated like a conviction. ESPN has decided that they want to shelf Shannon Sharpe for a couple of months.
Oh,
I don't care how
wow.
Shannon Sharpe is trying to mask this up or paint it for the media. He got suspended. And it's not just a regular suspension. This is a suspension that I believe is going to lead in him ultimately leaving ESPN for good. We've seen ESPN do this with a lot of people. Donovan McNabb is probably the last major athlete they did it to. Suspend you, claiming that you're coming back after a certain period of time, and then we never hear from you again. Shannon Sharpe will release a statement announcing his departure from ESPN temporarily. He will say, "My statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual.
Allegedly.
At this juncture, I am electing, man, cut it out, bruh, to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing
Really, bro? Oh, God, man.
with these false and
You know, I get it. Damage control. It's all about damage control right now. You can't let them think they have the upper hand on you, but I can't lie. It's not looking good, brother.
disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. Shannon Sharpe. ESPN is doing Shannon Sharpe a favor by allowing him to come out and say that he's electing to step away. Well, we all know that's not true.
Yeah.
We know ESPN and them big bosses came down and said, "Hey, bro, you doing too much, bro. You got
You
to
need a
go.
break, yeah.
All right, but this is too messy for us, bro. You got to go." And I do believe that them doing Shannon Sharpe this favor was the righteous thing to do.
Yeah, it was. I agree.
Well,
that's actually good from them. That's
outside of allowing him to continue his job. But if y'all are not going to allow him to continue his job, allowing him to say that he's stepping away voluntarily is the righteous thing to do.
That's
because when you're in the middle of an investigation,
Bro.
because
the lawyer of the girl that is suing or trying to sue Shannon Sharpe for how much was it again? 50 M's, which is crazy. The same person that led the lawsuit against, I think, what's his name again? Jay-Z? Is anything against Diddy? No. Is it against Diddy too? I'm not sure, but I know for a fact it's the same person that's lean or led the lawsuit against Jay-Z. Because from what I've heard, because I'm not really following up much with that, is that apparently did lose that lawsuit from what I've heard. But yeah, that goes to show, hey, even though I do think and believe that Shannon Sharpe was going to come out of it, but the damage that will have done to his reputation, because Shannon Sharpe is not as big as someone like Jay-Z. Now, something like that, sure, it will harm Jay-Z, but it's probably on like a tiny scratch on the surface, like on Jay-Z's armor, considering like what kind of caliber of a person and celebrity he is. Shannon Sharpe is not on the same level. So that is going to do more than a scratch on his arm. It's probably going to have a huge crack in his armor. So I kind of feel for him, man, but bro, it's his own downfall. It's his own fault. Cat Williams warned him when he came to that show early beginning of the year. Then the other lady, that black lady, I forgot her name, she warned him too, told him like, yo, get yourself a woman and settle down. Stop messing with these young ass women. Stop. Not just young ass women, young white ass women. Bro.
It really hinges on public perception, to be honest with you, right? Like Shannon Sharpe probably would never get criminal charges from this.
No.
He's probably going to go to civil court. They're probably not going to award this chick anything.
Yeah.
But right now, it's the battle for public perception, which is why Tony Busby, her lawyer, is doing everything he can to really like get these vlogs and blogs exclusives so they can release it.
Well, because that guy's probably doing, which is smart, is trying to pressure Shannon Sharpe publicly. He probably doesn't even want to go to court with Shannon Sharpe because he knows he's probably going to lose it. But that don't matter. But if he can win the pre-match leading up to the match, as in, you know, when you have a match, a football game, whatsoever, you know, all your preparation, whatsoever, it matters. The preparation matters prior to the actual game. So if he can win the preparation going up to the game before he even get to the game, we can get him to capitulate, bro. Game like, you know, on the side, on the low, to like, you know, like settle, maybe not 50 M's, maybe 25 M's, 30 M's, or even 15 M's, bro. That's a W. That's a W because that public image is doing more harm to Shannon Sharpe. Whether he's right or wrong, it don't matter. Right or it doesn't matter. It's messed up, sure, like, but we as people have created this kind of environment where it don't matter. The truth don't matter anymore. All we care about is drama, and even though there's not an ounce of truth to the drama, we don't care. And that's going to do more harm to Shannon Sharpe. So I'm guessing that lawyer is trying to pressure him publicly to get Shannon Sharpe to settle off the court before he even got to the court. Because even when he gets to the court, he can certainly not apply the pressure whatsoever. Because even if he goes to court, it's going to take probably a while to settle.
So this is a battle for public perception.
It is,
so
definitely is.
What's a better gem for Tony Busby and this chick who's a legend, Shannon Sharpe, did horrible things to her? What's a better gem to come out and say, aha, ESPN did their research into our accusations and they let Shannon Sharpe go afterwards? What does that tell you? What does that tell you when your own job is firing you after investigating these accusations? So, of course, they did Shannon Sharpe a favor. But I knew the writing was on the wall, to be honest, bro. When Stephen A. Smith did a whole breakdown of his own co-workers' allegations.
Dang.
I've never seen this before. Stephen A. Smith has never done this for anybody else. He did a full breakdown of his own co-workers' allegations.
I didn't even know.
And the way he was speaking about Shannon Sharpe was like as if like their time have came to an end.
Oh.
Right? Talking about how he spoke to the ball.
Because Stephen Smith is very high up, so he will probably know, probably would have heard stuff from like other people or directly from the source telling him or indicating like, yo, we're going to get rid of Shannon Sharpe because of this drama. We don't want to, you know, be affiliated with it, whether it's true or not.
And decisions is coming, hitting towards Shannon Sharpe, about to give some swift consequences. It was like, it was a really nasty video on behalf of Stephen A. Smith.
All that I spoke to Shannon, not in details, but I spoke to him, and he emphatically proclaims his innocence. According to Mr. Busby, his client emphatically proclaims his guilt. So where does that leave us? I'd love to tell you that I know the answer to that question, but I don't.
Huh.
I am the executive producer of First Take on ESPN.
You're part of ESPN. Still.
I recruited Shannon.
Oh, shit.
I went and got him and brought him to ESPN.
Oh, shit.
But I'm not the boss.
Yeah, he knew. He knew. Just like him saying that and the way he follows up with, I'm the one who spoke to Shannon. I was the one who recruited Shannon. I was the one who brought Shannon. Yeah, he knew. He knew. It's like he's saying his own goodbye, basically. Literally. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Those are other folks. There are layers to this, and there are certain layers even I am not on. I can tell you, I also spoke to co-chairman of Disney, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear we are taking this matter very seriously.
Oh, damn.
And we are looking into this very, very closely. And once we gather as many facts as we possibly can, we will go from there. And that is all he said.
Not looking good, man.
And I can mention his name because I received his permission to say that. I don't know what that means.
How they treating Shannon Sharpe ain't right, bruh. Nobody is coming to Shannon Sharpe's defense. They essentially is throwing Shannon Sharpe away. They're pretty much treating these allegations as if it's true. That was the overall theme of this. Right?
Basically.
Like Stephen A. Smith went back and forth on, I don't know, we're going to have to wait. We're going to have... Like, he was damn near skirting the line as if he believed these allegations. And a lot of people, shout out Cameron and Mace, they called out Stephen A. Smith because this is a drastic difference between Stephen A. Smith responding back to Jay-Z allegations and responding back to Shannon Sharpe allegations. With the Jay-Z allegations, he was stomping his foot, speaking with aggression, calling Jay-Z a friend, talking about this is impossible. Jay-Z would never do this. This is a shakedown. This is not true.
Yeah.
But was speaking on his own homie, Shannon Sharpe.
For real.
Stephen A. Smith can't even declare whether or not he thinks Shannon Sharpe is innocent.
Bro.
Now, clearly they were going to go after Sean Diddy Combs.
Bro, he even said, like, I brought him in. Bro, if I'm the one who brought you into this job, bro, like, at first impression, I would do my best to defend you. Whether right or wrong, at the given point, bro. The first thing I would do at the beginning is, I'm like, nah, my boy did not do that. My boy didn't do that. Like, whatever. Later on, hey, I'll have a word with you behind closed up. Like, bro, what they're saying. Is it true? Tell me the truth now. Like, bro to bro. And, like, from what you tell me, I will go whether you tell the truth or not. Like, okay, cool. You tell me what you told me, saying you didn't do this, cool. I'll stick by what you're saying and I believe it. Because you're my guy. I brought you in this. I want to brought you into Espn. If I didn't think you could make this, like, if I didn't think, like, you were worth being part of this. Because, bro, that's your guy. You gotta defend him. You gotta defend him. There are not even any facts out yet. Like, bro, nah, man.
That is the United States government. Mr. Busby is not that. He is a lawyer. I am not going to sit here and dismiss or excoriate Mr. Busby or his client, who's anonymous at this particular moment in time, and the allegations that she has leveled against Jay-Z. Here's what I will say. I'm broaching this story right now because we're talking about a friend of mine who is Jay-Z, somebody that I've known now for 25 years. And I'm going to state for the record, not calling anybody any names, not challenging Mr. Busby or the accuser.
But when the same guy, Mr. Busby, that, you know, accuse and challenge your friend Jay-Z, not challenging another friend of yours, Shannon Sharpe, you're not defending Shannon Sharpe, but you're defending Jay-Z from the same accuser. But the same accuser that's accusing Shannon Sharpe, you're not cooking your own boy. Nah, bro.
Whomever.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you, I've known this man for 25 years.
That's crazy.
And I'm saying for me, Stephen A. Smith, there is no way in hell I believe this about him. The Jay-Z that I know is the Jay-Z that I've seen around teenagers, and he doesn't even want us playing the kind of music we kind of listen to in hip-hop. He made us turn it off. That dude who was in concert in 2004 performing alongside R. Kelly, who he grew to dislike a lot, particularly because of the allegations that were leveled against him, who found things like that despicable and abhorrent. Anybody that's been around Jay-Z and knows him has seen him come to the defense of the most helpless amongst us.
Tony Busby, the same dude who you said he's not the U.S. government, he's not a criminal attorney.
Didn't I
he's
say that?
He's a lawyer filing a civil suit. And that shouldn't serve no indication of Jay-Z's guilt just because he's so... That's, you know, it's literally the same situation.
Didn't I say that?
Like, it's so
Didn't I say that?
So where is this defense of Shannon Sharpe? Where is this pavement stomping? Where is this fist in the air? Where is this aggression? A lot of people was thinking, bro, this is crazy.
That is crazy.
Right? And then you run to your YouTube channel to make a 20-minute video talking about Shannon Sharpe.
Two-Face.
And all you did was skirt over the lines. Bro, Stephen A. Smith did that video, bro, with like puppy dog eyes, as if like, you know, the big boss told him, hey, bro, listen, yo, hop on that YouTube, bro, and do damage control for us, bro. Because when we fire Shannon Sharpe, who's very beloved, we don't want any type of backlash, bro. So hop on your YouTube and make it sound good for us. That's what that sounds like. Because Stephen A. Smith was talking with puppy dog eyes. It's like he didn't really give him type of concrete opinion. It was a video that was worthless. Like no concrete opinion, no nothing. You just looking at us with puppy dog eyes, telling us what took place that we already knew. Like you skirting the line, playing the 50, playing the middle, while also saying your bosses are like gonna have to make tough decisions, but whatever they do, you support it. Oh, come on. This is nasty work.
That's not,
Now, Cameron and Mace called out Stephen A. Smith for defending Jay-Z, but leaving Shannon Sharpe out to dry, even though he works with Shannon Sharpe every day, and he considers Shannon Sharpe
He brought him in. Isn't that enough of an indication that goes to show how close he is? He's basically Shannon Sharpe's mentor. That's his sensei. And you're letting your student down like that? Bro, that is crazy. That's crazy. I hope for the Shannon Sharpe's sake, if he gets through this, and which I hope he will get through this, bro, he distances himself from Stephen A. Smith. ASAP.
friend in the past.
All I saw really was the interview with Stephen A. when he was speaking of it. And I was watching it very carefully, Killer.
Stephen A. said something about this already?
Yeah, because Stephen A., he didn't stand with Shannon Sharpe like he stood with Jay-Z. When he heard about Jay-Z, he said, the guy I know, this is not true. When it came to Shannon, he was like, I wasn't there.
In a nutshell, yeah.
I gotta keep it static, you know?
I wasn't there. That's the best way to put it, though. Can't lie.
Because he wasn't there for Jay-Z neither. You wasn't there for Jay-Z. You were not there for Jay-Z, but you went out on a limb because of the character of guy you know. So I'm not saying that you're wrong for that. I'm saying I would have thought that the same standard
exactly.
would be there, right? For a guy you work with every day. Or not every day, but you know.
Are people forgetting the fact that he brought Shannon Sharpe in? He literally said that with his own mouth. He brought Shannon Sharpe in. This is someone you brought into that industry, to that workplace. And you are dropping him like that. Not even, no, bro. My boy, I brought him in. I stand for him. I put my name on the line for my guy. I brought him in. You could have never, ever. I vetted him, blah, blah, blah. Bro, nothing. That's like, he did it? Really? Swear? Hey, I guess he did it. But for Jay-Z? Bruh, you don't even work with Jay-Z. You don't even work with Jay-Z. And you're like, nah, he never did that. I knew him for 25 plus years, blah, blah, blah. Nah, bro.
And I'm not taking a shot at Stephen A. It's just an observation.
It does sound like you was taking shots at Stephen A. From what you saying, I didn't see Stephen A. shit, but what I'm gathering, what you said from Stephen A. said, he basically said, I don't know that like that.
Well, I ain't putting my hundreds of millions on the line for him.
The industry is fake, yo. Stephen A. Smith feels like he could benefit from Jay-Z. He probably don't really see too much he could benefit from Shannon Sharpe, since Shannon Sharpe is his understudy at ESPN. But honestly, if we're being smart here, or if we're being honest here, this was the smart business decision. You don't stick your neck out for everybody, bro. You feel me? You just got $100 million from ESPN. The last thing you want to do, bro, is stick your neck out and get your bosses mad. Trust me, I'll learn from that, bro. You feel me? There was a situation with this guy called Lil Boom. K90 Jake posted a paperwork of Lil Boom going around Walmart alleging to record women under like their skirts. Just weird, right? So when the paperwork dropped, Lil Boom told everybody close to him that it was not true, that this is cap, that like there was some type of allegation, but he was found not guilty. It was all cap. And he actually sent around fake paperwork, right? Like Boom went out of his way to send fake paperwork to prove that this paperwork surfacing is fake. So I said, okay, hey, listen, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. If paperwork is fake, it's not true, and it's the real paperwork here you just sent, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, bro. All right. So then, as it began to progress, a video got released. Now, when the first video got released, Boom was like, aha, see, I told y'all I was innocent. Because the video essentially didn't show Boom recording under dresses. Yeah. It showed him walking to go grab something and then walking back the other way. He said, see, I told y'all I was innocent. I told y'all I didn't do it. If I did it, where's the video at? So I was like, well, yeah, right? I mean, if he did it, where's the video at? So at this point, after Boom done sent us fake paperwork, he, I guess, knew this was a partial video and this wasn't a full video, but the partial video didn't really show him do anything. He said, see, I told y'all I'm innocent. Had us all fooled, had me convinced. And then the full video dropped of him doing exactly what they accused him of in that paperwork. And now people were looking at me like, Flacco. That's your man. You stuck your neck out for. And I'm like,
that's your boy? That's your man? Oh, no. I hear that.
I was wrong. Dude's nasty. Dude's a creep. Feel me? But, I was hoodwinked. I was fooled. Right? I give somebody the benefit of the doubt when I probably shouldn't.
Oh, shit.
Right? After seeing fake paperwork, after seeing the first initial video that he claims is proof he did nothing wrong, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But then once the evidence got released, once the evidence dropped, I realized I was hoodwinked, I was tricked, and I haven't spoken to Lil Boom ever since, And I think he's a despicable degenerate.
Yeah. Right? I think situations like that is, you should know the people that you're close with just as well as you know yourself, if you're going to consider them as your friends. That's why not everyone is considered a friend of mine. I have a very, very small circle. And the people that I do consider friends, I know them very, 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 very well. Very, very well. So if I ever were to hear something about them, without even speaking to them first, I'll already pretty much know whether it's true or not. And then down the spot, I'll go like, nah, my boy didn't do that. I know for a fact he didn't do that. I don't even need to call him. I don't need to text him. Like, I know then instantly he didn't do that. He didn't do that. But if he did do that, hey, like, even let's say I knew he did something like that, I'll be like, him? What? Like, no, I wouldn't really say anything. I'm just like, I didn't know, like, but that's what I would do. And then later on, I'll go speak to them like, bro, I heard what someone did. I said this and that. I'm like, bro, be honest. You did do that shit. Because if I know him as well as I claim to know him, which I would, I'll know like, okay, this, what the person saw me, sounds too specific and like, how should I put it? Too accurate. Like, it really sounds like something he will do because of his tendencies that I've picked up from my close friend. And I'll be like, bro, this guy told me something like that, blah, blah. I was like, yo, he told me this. And just tell me, you did it, didn't you? Like, you did it. And 9 or 10 times, since they're my close friends, bro, they will tell me the truth. They will know, like, there's no point lying to me because eventually I'll find out anyways. Like, so, and they will tell me then. That's the kind of friends you should have. You should know them well enough to instantly know, like, yo, they will never do that kind of shit, or if they would do that kind of shit. And if they did do that kind of shit and you confront them about it, they will have the balls, since they respect you and your friendship, to tell you the truth. Like, yes, I did do it, my bad, blah, blah, this happened, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's the kind of friends you want to have. That's why you shouldn't be calling everyone and anyone friends. That was his mistake. You shouldn't have made friends with someone that he didn't know well enough to call him a friend.
Right? He's nasty. So me going through that experience and me being able to share with you guys, I understand Stephen A. Smith not wanting to stick his neck out. Truth be told, maybe Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith aren't that cool.
Wait, let's see that. Are you cool with the call? No, fuck no. Okay, cool. To be honest, I was ain't cool with many people. Also, I follow this, so I still to myself cool. I know. So the two you met, don't fuck with Wayne. My man's for
because Shannon Sharpe, former stylist, will release messages between him and Shannon Sharpe, where Shannon Sharpe is telling him that he don't get along or like a lot of Stephen A. Smith friends.
Oh, wow.
All right. Yo, Stephen A. Smith is cool with Lil Wayne, right? He's cool with Matt Barnes. He's cool with Shady McCoy. He's cool with Joy, right? He's really close with Shaq. So if you hate all my friends or you and all my friends don't get along, then chances are me and you probably don't get along.
True.
And we just getting along when it comes to this ESPN gig that we're doing together, and we're not really close. And I do think it's the fact that Shannon Sharpe just stated that he's a loner. He stays to himself. He don't like many people. I do believe that's the reason we haven't been seeing too much support for Shannon Sharpe from other media personalities. We haven't really been seeing people stick their neck out for Shannon Sharpe because if you don't get along with that many people, bro, then that's damn near.
That's like 80% of the industry. He hates 80% of the industry, which I can't fault him for because majority of the industry, bro, they're all fake anyways, and they are, just like they'd be doing some weird ass shit. So like, obviously you can't speak about it, but at the same time, just because I can't speak about it doesn't mean I gotta hang out with you. So I get it, but when shit like that happens to you now, boy, bro.
Half of sports media, right? So if you don't get along with most people in sports media, then there's really not going to be anybody that's coming to your defense. As a matter of fact, some of these dudes might be getting ready to really kick your back in.
Yeah.
Now, I know there has been rumors floating around that Shaq is behind this because like Matt Barnes' ex-girlfriend released audio from Matt Barnes where he's telling her, "Hey, bro, I know you're in the LA scene. I know you were around, Shannon Sharpe in his neck of the woods. My homie Shaq is paying people for some information and dirt on Shannon Sharpe. If you got some information, I can get you a bag."
Oh, shit.
So because this audio leaked, people is assuming that Shaq has something to do with this.
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around, so just want to put that out there.
Wow.
Stay quiet. Hey, he said, please keep it quiet. He said that Shannon did some shit back to him a while back, and he's been off him. So that's why he's doing this, but please keep his name quiet.
Oh, wow.
Shannon Sharpe made it clear he was beefing with a lot of powerful people, which is just dumb from my perspective. If you're somebody who has a really popular show, you're doing really well in life, the goal is to squash as many beef with as many people who are on your level as possible.
Cordial,
because, what use is it to start beefing with people like Shaq? Like people like who are also damn near billionaires too, who got a lot of resources to throw around to find your skeletons. So Shannon Sharpe was beefing with so many people, bro, that is unclear who exactly sent this hit. But I do believe somebody sent this hit, bro. Because for her to turn down a settlement already, bro, when like she was damn near selling her cheeks for $50,000, she turned down a huge settlement from Shannon Sharpe already.
He offered initially 10 M's. 10, bro. I would have I'm like, boom, bro. Before even Shannon Sharpe would have finished that sentence, boom, I'm taking that. Quick 10 M's. I mean, greedy ass is asking for 50 M's. When you are out here selling yourself for 25K each cheek. Man, get your ass out there. That's how you know it's like got them lawyer behind it, man. That got lawyer's been greedy as hell.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
For real.
Now, Shaq did respond back to accusations that he has paid for information on Shannon Sharpe, and he's the reason behind his lawsuit. Shaq would play around with it, not really addressing it, but addressing it at the same time in a skit.
Dollar information. You know where Charles Barkley's at?
Yeah, I know where Charles is at. I got him.
All right, I'm also paying information. You know where Kenny the Jet Smith at?
Yes, I got Kenny too. I know exactly where he's at.
Okay, now this one right here, get you I'm gonna give you some big dollars. Do you know where Ernie Johnson is at?
Ooh, let me work on that one right quick. That's a tough one.
All right, and remember, I'm paying top dollar for all that information. Love you, boy. Hey, don't tell nobody.
All right, one.
The skit would hit a lot more if we didn't know that what Shaq did was absolutely true. Like, Shaq 100% tried to pay for information on Shannon Sharpe. So him doing a skit and confessing is an elusive way to make people think, man, those rumors is hogwash.
I don't know.
No, bro, they're not. Like, you did it, bro. Like, why would Matt Barnes tell some random chick that you got a bag on Shannon Sharpe? Like, what did Matt Barnes got to gain from that, bro? Right? Like, Matt Barnes is somebody who's well-respected. Like, he's not about to just lie on you. Hey, man. Yo. And I also seen a lot of other allegations coming out against Shannon Sharpe, which we will cover in another video.
Bruh.
It's some very other nasty
Oh,
allegations.
my God,
if you haven't figured it out yet, we'll be covering it in the next video, okay?
Bro. Can't wait.